Hi, everyone, and welcome to the orientation session for performance management. Can you hear me clearly? All right, thank you, Satya. All right, so today's session is basically planned with the idea of having a live interactive session, a quick introduction of the tutor as well as the exam. My name is Faseeha, and I teach SPL and PM at SKANS ECampus. I have almost have the experience of 18 years of teaching, and I have been teaching performance management for a couple of years now. Now let's talk about the exam, the performance management. So the first thing is that SBL, that this exam is linked with management accounting. This is the basic exam for performance management, and performance management further links with advanced performance management, and a little bit of it of the areas of performance management is also built into the strategic business leader exam, which is the integrated case study exam. So we do have some aspects of management accounting as assumed knowledge in performance management. However, we have covered some revision aspects of management accounting concepts as well, which are going to be built into greater concepts of performance management. Let's have a look at the syllabus. The syllabus of performance management is divided into these main 5 areas: information technologies and system for organizational performance. This is more of a theoretical area where you talk about different technologies, including big data, controls over technology, and the information systems of the organization, and how these technologies and information systems help with managing the performance of the organization. You can get objective questions as well as part of the constructed response questions from this area of syllabus. Next area of syllabus is specialist cost and management accounting technique. Now, for this area, the examiner has specifically mentioned that this area can be tested in OTs and OT case questions, but these areas cannot be tested in a constructed response question. But if we look at the trend of past exams, there is always an OT case question coming out of this area, and some objective test questions as well. The third area is decision-making techniques. It is a long area of the syllabus, including relevant costing, short-term decision-making, limiting factor analysis, CVP analysis of single and multi-product, risk and uncertainty, and a couple of other topics like pricing, etc. But the base of all the decision-making techniques is relevant costing. So that is the topic that is separately tested, as well as that is built into other topics as well. So you can get all kinds of questions from here: OTs, OT case questions, and full-fledged long-form questions, the constructed response ones. Similarly, the budgeting and control area, this includes variance analysis as well as all the detailed budgeting techniques. So the more emphasis is on the new techniques, but the basic idea of budgeting also is there. Performance measurement and control, a very, very important area. And one of the constructed response questions mostly is from this area of the syllabus. You can get objective test as well as objective test case questions from this area too. The syllabus is tested as a 100-mark exam, as a computer-based exam. So general technology skills are needed, ACCA practice platform, and solving the questions on that platform. Let's talk a little bit about the exam itself, the structure of the exam. So PM exam is divided into 3 sections. Section A is worth 30 marks, and there are 15 objective test questions or OT questions in it. Each is worth 2 marks. So 15 into 2 is 30 marks. Then there is section B. Section B comprises 3 scenarios. They're called as objective test case questions. So OTCs. Now section B has 3 scenarios. Each scenario has 5 objective tests questions attached to it. So it is also a 30-mark area. So one scenario of OTC with 5 OTs, second scenario with 5 OTs, and third scenario with 5 OTs. So in total, it also has 15 OTs, but with 3 different scenarios, right? Then you have section C of the exam, which is worth 40 marks, and it includes 2 long form questions, the constructed response questions. Each question is worth 20 marks. All questions in the exam are compulsory. There is no choice whatsoever. So as I discussed earlier, section A comprises 15 objective questions worth 2 marks each. Now, these questions can be tested in different styles. For example, as an MCQ or a multiple response question, where you have to choose 2 options or 3 options out of the possible given options. The question can be tested as a drop-down menu question, fill in the blanks, hot area. Hot area questions are normally the statements where you have to choose true and false. So this kind of situation. Drag and drop questions are there, and hotspot questions where you have to, click on a particular point on the diagram. So all these 7 types of OTs are tested in each exam attempt. So it depends, sometimes MCQs are more prominent, but sometimes, you get all these kind of questions in the exam. So we should be, practicing for all of them. And the question debrief sessions cover pretty much all types of OTs as well. Section B of the exam has 3 objective test cases. Each OTC will have 5 OTs attached to it, and these come from different areas of syllabus. All 5 OTs will be independent questions, which means that the answer of one question will not be built into the next question, so that if you make a mistake, let's say in second question of the OT case, it's not going to impact your other questions. Each OT is worth 2 marks, so 10 marks per case, a total of 30 marks. Section C is 2 full-fledged long-form questions, each for 20 marks. There can be several requirements for one question. So for example, the first constructed response question might have 2 parts, A and B. The next one might have 3 parts. In another exam, the question can be just straight away 20 marks with no separate subparts in it. So that is about the structure of the exam. You're given the formula sheet or formulas which are supposed to be given in the exam. So for example, certain formulas of pricing area can be given in the question along with the information of the scenario. So that's about the structure of the exam. For the construct, the examiner give you the response area along with the type of questions. For numerical question, examiner gives you and theoretical questions, examiner give you the word processing document. So a good practice of both these kind of response areas or answer spaces needs to be done. So again, the question debriefs which are given with each topic do cover the solving of the questions and discussion using the spreadsheets and word processing spaces. So this is basically the structure of the exam. Any questions so far? Do we have a question so far? I can see Sadia in the list. Sadia, the structure of the exam clear? All right, now let's talk a little about performance. Apologies for the inconvenience. I got disconnected. So we were discussing about the different elements of the. So we were discussing about the different elements of the SKANS eCampus course. So there is WhatsApp group, which we are going to be creating, and all students will be added to the group, and you can ask direct questions about the concepts or any other queries regarding PM. It's more direct, easier communication, but you can choose to email me directly as well, and I will get back to your queries regarding practice, etc. We also provide practice material topic-wise. Practice material is allocated on the Campus Insight portal. So you complete the recording, you read the notes, and then you do the practice of these materials. That will ensure pretty much the entire coverage of the syllabus. There will be live question and answer sessions. They are already built into the, the plan of the course. And in the live question answer sessions, again, these are for queries and questions which you might have. There will be a mock exam at the end, which will be marked, and the feedback will be shared. Mock exam debrief will also be provided. Suggested study approach for this exam, which is very important. So please take some notes. You first cover SKANS videos to cover the syllabus, and debriefs also to understand the application of the syllabus areas. Read the notes so that, for revision as well as for better understanding. Cover technical articles of each area. The technical articles are also built into the course plan topic-wise, so you can click on the link and open the technical article and read it. Practice material is given, so you do the practice and solve all the past exams, as many as available to you on ACCA platform. Some of the questions will be made available into the SKANS platform as well. Read the examiner's report, the latest one especially, in order to make sense of what are the common reasons for failure of the exam. So this is pretty much the suggested approach. And yes, very, very important, assignments must be covered so that we can share our feedback and give you suggestions on improving the performance overall. And one more thing, which is very important, that give time to prepare. So start now. So start covering the video lectures line by line along with practice and technical articles, etc., so that you have plenty of time to cover the syllabus, and then towards the end, focus more on the practice of past exam papers. This is my email ID, pm@skansecampus.com. You can email here, or better, drop a message in the WhatsApp group, which will be created, and your number will be added if you're registered with SKANS eCampus. And yeah, this is pretty much it for the introductory discussion. Now, if you have any questions, you can unmute your mic, ask directly, or use the chat window to basically ask your questions. All right, Sadia, do we have any questions? I'm asking if there are any questions. Okay, then I think we can end the session at this note, and going forward, when you start covering the topics and the concepts and start the practice, you can contact through the WhatsApp group. We'll get back to you as soon as possible, right? Good luck, and looking forward to having your questions. Thank you very much. Take care and goodbye. Yeah, as I said earlier, the WhatsApp group will be created and your number will be added if you're registered with us. All right. Thank you. Goodbye.